Alright then, picture yourself driving down to an intersection. It doesn't matter what kind of car you have, because they all waste most of their energy in the same way, braking. But we can't be more energy efficient through the removal of braking. Apparently this makes me a bit of a danger to myself and others. So we have to find another way to recover this energy. Today, we will be exploring the rise and future of energy recovery technology in New Zealand. I propose that we look seriously into integrating these technologies into our lives. As with every great exploration, we must first start at home. What is this technology? Energy recovery technologies are devices and systems that we can implement into nearly every facet of our lives to recover energy that we have lost. This is very versatile and can be used to address a variety of problems, such as New Zealand's energy monoculture. In New Zealand, 2/3 of our energy is generated through hydroelectric power. Now this is great for our environment, but we are left vulnerable to the whims of a rather unreliable climate. Even in small droughts, such as in 2003 and 2008, we were left with significant energy shortages. Traditionally, the only solution has been to stop using things, but through energy recovery technologies, much more elegant solutions can be found. An example of this is heat exchange in dryer systems. When a clothes dryer is being used, it will pump out exhaust full of hot, moist air outside. This has been heated, drawing energy from the grid, so to throw all that heat away is completely wasteful. It's much more efficient to use an exchange system, as shown there, to bring this energy through back into the incoming air to save power. This can reduce the energy used by up to 40%. However, the use here doesn't stop at just a household level. We can bring it into industry as well and use it in manufacturing processes to create considerable energy savings nationwide. Industrial benefits like these to our infrastructure will be great, and a robust infrastructure helps build a robust economy. But saving us from power shortages is only the tip of the proverbial iceberg. This technology can also be used to grant New Zealanders what's known as power independence. Power independence is the ability to be able to stay connected to technologies that make our society safe and communicative, even when separated from the availability of mains and battery power. This is extremely important, as in many remote locations and in emergency situations in New Zealand, there is no access to mains or new battery power. So let's have a look at what's out there and what we can use. One of the first examples here is solar power. This is a small chip that can be inserted into the bottom of a shoe to recapture energy as you're walking. This is extremely efficient and can fully charge an iPhone in just 2.5 miles, the average distance walked by a person each day. But say we're looking for something simpler, a source of light. We can use what's known as the thermoelectric effect. This is where there's a temperature difference between one side of a plate and another, and we can use this to generate a current. If we put these Peltier tires inside torches, they can use the palm of your hand and the cool air to generate the energy we need to be able to power torches. This is extremely useful. It's not infinite energy, but it's there whenever you need it. These personal benefits will greatly enhance the well-being of individuals, helping our society. Now, even in transport, there's a massive potential for this technology to change the way we live our lives. As I said, most of the energy we're wasting in a car is lost due to braking. This is because, as a car's moving along, all the kinetic energy, when it's braking, will be transferred into useless heat. We can't use this. So what we need to do is we need to recapture this kinetic energy through a recovery system. Now there are two main ways of going about this. We can use an electronic system where it's stored up in a battery so that it can be re-released into an electric motor, allowing it to move effectively. Or we can store it in a mechanical system where we put it into a flywheel that's spinning around, then put this back into the drive shaft. This is extremely effective and can return up to 70% of the kinetic energy back into the car. When trialled in Formula 1 cars, this could return up to 160 brake horsepower to the vehicles while under acceleration. This clearly shows how it can have a major impact on our environment through the reduction of pollutants due to cars by making them more efficient. Now, a quick survey. Does anyone in this room have any of these technologies already implemented into their lives? Raise your hands if you do. If you do, that's great. A few of you will. You're already bringing this nation forwards. But the vast majority of you who don't, that's the reason I'm up here today. You're the great untapped potential New Zealand has through the implementation of these technologies to be able to save energy, reduce dependency on the grid, and reduce vehicular pollutants. So today, we've looked at how energy recovery is able to address serious power issues, such as shortages in our infrastructure, how it can shape the way we generate our own power to grant us power independence, and how it can help our environment through the reduction of pollutants. This technology is capable of transforming the way we use power. All we have to do is let it in. Thank you.